Guitar, Al Casey. Drums, Sidney Catlett. Trombone, Jack Teagarden. Clarinet, Barney Bigard. Tenor saxophone, Coleman Hawkins. On trumpet, Roy Eldridge. was the Esquire Blues. Now the band offers a little stump number entitled Mop Mop. Ending Our first vocal star of the evening, our incomparable all-American girl singer, Miss Billie Holiday.
Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. Why people tear the seams of anyone's dream is over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. If you should take the word of others you heard, I haven't a chance. True, I've been seen with someone new, but does that mean that I'm untrue when we're apart? The words in my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other arms may hold a thrill. But please do nothing till you hear it from me, and you never will. True, I've been seen with someone new, but does that mean that I'm untrue when we're apart? The words in my heart reveal what I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other arms may hold a thrill. But don't do nothing till you hear it from me, and you never will. Do nothing till you hear from me. I love my man. I'm alive, I say I don't. I love my man. I'm alive, I say I don't. But I'll quit my man. I'm alive, I say I since I've been your babe. I've been your slave. Ever since I've been your babe. But before I'll be your dog, I'll see you in your grave. My man wouldn't give me no breakfast, wouldn't give me no dinner, squawked about my supper, then he put me outdoors, had the nerve to lay a matchbox on my clothes. I didn't have so many, but I had a long, long ways to go. I ain't good looking, and my hair ain't curls. I ain't good looking, and my hair ain't curls. I want to say that. But my mother, she give me something. It's gonna carry me through this world. Some men like me 'cause I'm happy. Some 'cause I'm snappy. Some call me honey, others think I've got money. Some say, Billy, baby, you're built for speed. Now, if you put that all together, makes me everything a good man needs.
Miss Holliday will be back again shortly. And now we introduce one of the greatest and most historic personalities in the history of jazz, Mr. Louis Armstrong.
I can't give you anything but love. Baby, that's the only thing I plenty of. Baby, dream a while, scheme a while. You should find happiness, and I guess all the things you're crying for, baby. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell. Baby, diamond bracelet, well, what doesn't sell? Oh, baby, no. Tell that lucky day, you know done well, baby. I can't give you one thing but love. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell. Baby, diamond bracelet, well, what doesn't sell? Baby, tell that lucky day, you know done well, baby. I can't give anything but love. That's the only thing I've plenty of. I can't give you anything but love. That much, folks. Brother Jackson T. Gordon gonna swing out one of them good ones on the drum and vocal. I got a right to sing the blues. That's right.
I've got a right to sing the blues. I've got a right to feel low down. I've got a right to hang around, down around the river. A certain gal in this old town keeps dragging my poor heart around. All I see for me is misery. I've got a right to sing the blues. I've got a right to moan and sigh. I've got a right to sit and cry. Down around the river, I know the deep blue sea will be waiting there for me. It must be love, say what you choose. I've got a right to sing the blues.
Piano solo by Art Tatum on Sweet Lorraine. Know there was a special division in the voting in this year's Esquire magazine All-American Band Contest devoted to miscellaneous instruments. That takes care of such instruments as xylophones, vibroharps, and if necessary, though not probably, such things as ocarinas, piccolos, and so forth. In this division, there were two winners tied for first place this year, and one of them is featured in this next number, which is going to be an all-out jam session with everybody taking some solos later on. Red Norvo at the xylophone in I Got Rhythm. Red Norvo. All right, man. Ready? About 3 minutes left before we turn the stage over to the gentleman from the Blue Network for preparations for the Spotlight Band's broadcast, and I wondered whether you'd like in that time to hear the boys play some blues. Would that be a good idea? Take it away, Jack. Start out on some blues. Just 3 minutes of blues, okay? Guitar, Al Casey. Drums, Sidney Catlett. Jack Teagarden. Clarinet, Barney Bigard. Tenor saxophone, Coleman Hawkins. That was the Esquire Blues. Now the band offers a little stump number entitled Mop Mop. Presenting our first vocal star of the evening, our incomparable all-American girl singer, Miss Billie Holiday.
Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. Why people tear the seams of anyone's dream is over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. At least consider our romance. If you should take the word of others you've heard, I haven't a chance. True, I've been seen with someone new, but does that mean that I'm untrue when we're apart? The words in my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other arms may hold a thrill. But please do nothing till you hear it from me. And you never will. True, I've been seen with someone new, but does that mean that I'm untrue when we're apart? The words in my heart reveal what I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other arms may hold a thrill. But don't do nothing till you hear it from me. And you never will. Do nothing till you hear from me. I love my man. I'm alive, I say I don't. I love my man. I'm alive, I say I don't. But I'll quit my man. I'm alive, I say I won't. since I've been your babe. I've been your slave. Ever since I've been your babe. But before I'll be your dog, I'll see you in your grave. My man wouldn't give me no breakfast, wouldn't give me no dinner, squawked about my supper, then he put me outdoors, had the nerve to lay a matchbox on my clothes. I didn't have so many, but I had a long, long ways to go. I ain't good looking, and my hair ain't curls. I ain't good looking, and my hair ain't curls. I wouldn't say that. But my mother, she give me something. It's gonna carry me through this world. Some men like me 'cause I'm happy. Some 'cause I'm snappy. Some call me honey, others think I've got money. Some say, Billy, baby, you're built for speed. Now, if you put that all together, makes me everything a good man needs.
Miss Holliday will be back again shortly. And now we introduce one of the greatest and most historic personalities in the history of jazz, Mr. Louis Armstrong.
I can't give you anything but love. Baby, that's the only thing. I plenty of, baby, dream a while, scheme a while. You should find happiness, and I guess all the things you're crying for, baby, gee, I'd like to see you looking swell. Baby, diamond bracelet, well, what doesn't sell? Oh, baby, no, no. Tell that lucky day, you know done well, baby. I can't give you one thing but love. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell. Baby, diamond bracelet, well, what doesn't sell? Baby, tell that lucky day, you know done well, baby. I can't give anything but love. That's the only thing I've plenty of. I can't give you anything but love. That much, folks. Brother Jackson T. Gordon gonna swing out one of them good ones on the drum and vocal. I got a right to sing the blues. That's right.
I've got a right to sing the blues. I've got a right to feel low down. I've got a right to hang around, down around the river. A certain gal in this old town keeps dragging my poor heart around. All I see for me is misery. I've got a right to sing the blues. I've got a right to moan and sigh. I've got a right to sit and cry. Down around the river, I know the deep blue sea will be waiting there for me. It must be love, say what you choose. I've got a right to sing the blues.
Piano solo by Art Tatum on Sweet Lorraine. Know there was a special division in the voting in this year's Esquire magazine All-American Band Contest devoted to miscellaneous instruments. That takes care of such instruments as xylophones, vibraharps, and if necessary, though not probably, such things as ocarinas, piccolos, and so forth. In this division, there were two winners tied for first place this year, and one of them is featured in this next number, which is going to be an all-out jam session with everybody taking some solos later on. Red Norvo at the xylophone in I Got Rhythm. Red Norvo. About 3 minutes left before we turn the stage over to the gentleman from the Blue Network for preparations for the Spotlight Band's broadcast, and I wondered whether you'd like in that time to hear the boys play some blues. Would that be a good idea? Take it away, Jack. Start out on some blues. Just 3 minutes of blues, okay?
Coca-Cola Company presents the Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands. And tonight for our audience of war bond buyers at the first jazz concert ever given at the Metropolitan Opera House in New York, the Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands presents Esquire's All-American Jazz Band. And here's the lineup of the All-American Jazz Band. Trumpets, Louis Armstrong on the trumpet. Roy Eldridge. Trombone, Jackson Teagarden. Saxophone, Coleman Hawkins. Clarinet, Barney Bigard. Drums, Sidney Catlett. Piano, Art Tatum. Guitar, Al Casey. Bass, Oscar Pettiford. Vibraharps, Lionel Hampton. And Red Norvo. And later on, you'll hear from Benny Goodman and Teddy Wilson and vocalist Mildred Bailey and Billie Holiday. But now comes tonight's first spotlight tune with Al Casey, Art Tatum, and Coleman Hawkins on the beam in Esquire Bounce. Jazz Band goes into a huddle. All-American vocal star Mildred Bailey calls the signals, and out comes that very famous play, Rockin' Chair. Teddy Wilson at the piano, Red Norvo over there on the vibe.
Chairs got me, came by my side, fetch me that gin, son, for I tan your hide. Get from this cabin, ain't going nowhere. Just sit me here grabbing at the flies round my rocking chair. Dear old Aunt Harriet, how long in heaven she be? Send me sweet chariot, for the end of these troubles I'll see. Old rocking chair gets it. Judgment Day is here. Chained to my rocking chair. Chair gets it. Judgment Day is here. Chained to my rocking chair.
Presenting the #1 winner of both the Trumpet Award and the Male Vocal Award in the All-American Jazz Band Contest, Mr. Louis Armstrong. Louis, how do you feel on the night of your debut at the Metropolitan?
Well, it's awful swell there, Bounce. I'm telling you, it makes you feel good and
Just
everything.
good, huh?
Yes.
I understand what you mean there, Jackson. How's about for making us feel good, too, with a sample of the handiwork that won first place?
Okay, Mike. And I'm going to get Jack T. Gordon to help me in that good one, that Basin Street Blues.
Oh, Basin Street is the street where dark and light always meet in New Orleans, the land of dreams. You'll never know how nice it seems or just how much it really means. Glad to be, yes, sir, be where welcome streets welcome me, and where I can lose my Basin Street blues.
Basin Street,
You came with me along the Mississippi. You saw the place where the folks all meet. Heaven on earth, they call it Basin Street.
Sir, the Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands is mighty proud of every audience it plays for. For every night, Monday through Saturday, we're playing for the fighters and workers of the Army, the Navy, and industry. And tonight, our audience makes us especially proud, for it's composed of men and women, boys and girls, Americans all, who have purchased their tickets to tonight's entertainment through the purchase of a war bond. They're doing everything they can to help win the war. We're going to do everything we can for them. And now, the All-American Jazz Band goes into action for our All-American audience. Vocal star Billie Holiday, supported by Roy Eldridge, leads the way with I'll Get By.
I'll get by as long as I have you. Though there'll be rain and darkness too, I'll not complain, I'll laugh it through. Poverty may come to me, that's true, but what can I'll get by as long as I have you. I'll get by as long as I have you. what care I? I'll get by as long as I have you.
The All-American Jam session goes on into the home stretch now. It's Barney Bigard, Roy Eldridge, and Art Tatum and Lionel Hampton in the spotlight, setting up for a bit of jam with Tea for Two. been night number 416 for the Victory Parade of Spotlight Bands, and we've marched 519,030 Spotlight miles. And now this is Michael Roy saying that tomorrow night we'll be at Camp Walters, Texas with music by Frankie Masters and saying, see you then for the Coca-Cola Company. Good night. This is the Blue Network.
I had a woman living way back old town. Oh, she treated me right, never let me down. But I wasn't satisfied. I had to run around. Now she's gone and left me. I'm worried as can be. Oh, I searched this world all over, wondering where she could be. I must ask her to forgive me, and maybe she'll come back to me. Now I'm lonesome and blue, and I've learned a thing or two. Oh, fellas, here's a tip I'm gonna pass on down to you. Never mistreat your woman, because it's gonna bounce right back on you. blues.
One of our second team winners just arrived unexpectedly, our second team bass player, Al Morgan. I'd like to introduce him and have him receive his award. Our Esquire award-winning guitarist, Al Casey, playing a solo on his own composition, Buck Jumpin'. Al? And now, Louis and the whole band on an old favorite by Edgar Sampson, Stomping at the Savoy. And now our bass player, Oscar Pettiford, comes forward to face the mic in a special one of his own entitled For Bass Faces Only. And now, our All-American saxophone playing his recent recorded version of My Ideal, Coleman Hawkins.
whether you are false or true, whether you remain or wander, I'm growing fonder of you. Even though your friends forsake you, even though you don't succeed, wouldn't I be glad to take you, give you the break you need, more than you know, more than you know. Man of my heart, I love you so. Lately I find you're on my mind, more than you know. Whether you're right, whether you're wrong, man of my heart, I'll string along. You need me so, more than you'll ever know. Loving you the way that I do, there's nothing I can do about it. Loving may be all you can give, but honey, I can't live without it. How I'd cry, how I'd cry if you got tired and said goodbye, more than I'd show, more than you'd ever know. How I'd cry, how I'd cry if you got tired and said goodbye, more than I'd show, more than you'd ever know. Daddy, you've been sweet on me. Daddy, you're the only one for me. I love but you, 'cause you my man. No one loves me like you can. Something about you I can't resist. And when you kiss me, Daddy, I stay kissed. Oh, Daddy, squeeze me and squeeze me again. Don't stop till I tell you when. Oh, squeeze me some more. Just like you did before. Papa, you know Cupid is standing close by. Don't let your sweet baby cry. Just pick me up on your knee. I just get so, oh, when you squeeze me. Some more, just like you did before. You know Cupid is standing close by. Don't let your sweet baby cry. Just lift me up on your knee. I just get so, oh, when you squeeze me. Bee fills with jealousy. When they see you out with me, I don't blame them, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. And when you passing by, flowers droop and sigh. You know the reason why, you much sweeter, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. Don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup. You my sugar, and it's sweet when you stir it up. When I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, seems the honey fairly drips, 'cause you confection, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. Every honeybee fills with jealousy. When they see you out with me, I don't blame them, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. And when you passing by, flowers droop and sigh. You know the reason why, you much sweeter, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. Don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup. You my sugar, and it's sweet when you stir it up. Taking sips from your lips, seems the honey fairly drips, 'cause you confection, goodness knows. I'm talking about my rose, 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 rose. Talking about my sucker rose.
And now, the other winner in our miscellaneous instruments division, not only a wonderful musician, but leader of one of the greatest bands to come up in recent years, the one and only Lionel Hampton. Lionel's going to lead off the jam session on his famous theme number, Flying Home. going to have Lionel Hampton and Red Norvo in a vibraharp duet. Red Norvo.
Broadcasting Company presents Esquire Magazine's All-American Jazz Concert for 1946. From the Duke Ellington Band,
Johnny Hodges on alto sax, Billy Strayhorn as pianist arranger, Jimmy Hamilton on his clarinet, and as prize-winning arranger and pianist, the Duke of Ellington.
featuring the King Cole Trio,
Oscar Rohr and his star-studded guitar, as prize-winning vocalist and pianist, King Cole.
featuring a soloist from the Woody Herman Band,
Red Norvo on vibraharp, Harvey Jackson on bass, Bill Harris on trombone, Pete Candole on trumpet, Francis Wayne as vocalist, Ralph Burns as arranger pianist, and the new star band leader of the year, Woody Herman.
and featuring as our master of ceremonies for this 1946 All-American Jazz Concert,
From Broadway and Hollywood, star of the forthcoming international picture Tomorrow is Forever,
foremost among the many students of American jazz, Orson Welles. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is the night of the year in the world for American jazz, the night when a jury of famous jazz masters announced their selections in Esquire Magazine's annual All-American Jazz Awards, the night for picking the top instrumentalists and the best bands in the land. Tonight's the night when you listen to the music with an echo that will be heard again and again in the music of tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Music that will bounce off the backdrops of Kelly's Stable and Carnegie Hall. Music for a ballroom in Boston and a jukebox in St. Joe. Music that lies down and cries with the nation's tears and beats with the people's hearts. In Europe, the critics and the savants say that our jazz is America's greatest single contribution in the field of art. But art may sound like something to be admired at a distance, viewed with awe and breathless respect, perhaps never to be understood, but that isn't the way we look at our jazz. We like it and we live at it. We teach it to jump through hoops and we make it sit up and say Papa. And if we feel like it, we beat it black and blue. We like a trumpet blast that sounds like all New Orleans, New York, Kansas City, and Chicago. A touch of Harlem and the Juilliard and a dash of Delta mud. The brass, the reeds, the rhythm all settle down close and cozy as they tear up the music and throw it away, playing a high note and a low note, a sweet note and a blue note, making those long-gone first American jazz men sit up in their graves and say, "That's my boy." But I'll be frank with you, that doesn't describe the music tonight. Nothing can. Nothing short of the music itself. And what's a better way to start our concert than by presenting a composer, arranger, pianist who's been a leader in American music for 20 years, who's been listened to and much admired by Stravinsky and Shostakovich, by Granger and Stokowski. Playing with his own great orchestra, his own swell version of a subway trip to Harlem, here is Edward Kennedy, the Duke of Ellington, in Billy Strayhorn's Take the A Train. Nobody has ever accused Woody Herman of perpetrating the sweet or the slushy, heaven forfend. And he has never tried. It is, I think, a tribute to the inherent good taste of Mr. Igor Stravinsky that he agreed with the American people on this matter of Woody Herman and the Herman herd. What did Stravinsky do? He sat right down and wrote a special composition, which the herd is soon to present in its premiere at Carnegie Hall. As for the American people, they have chosen Woody Herman as the outstanding new band of the year. Such unanimity must be deserved. And here, by way of proof, Caledonia.
Baby, good to keep lonely, lank-head nuts to eat, but she's my baby lover just the same. Crazy about that woman called Caledonia's her name. Caledonia, Caledonia, what makes your big head so hard? Love you just the same. Crazy about that woman called Caledonia's her name. Caledonia, Caledonia, what makes your big head so Look so sweet tonight, Caledonia. Tell me everything. Tell me more. Tell me all, Caledonia. Look grand tonight. Caledonia, Caledonia, what makes your big head so hard?
My dear children, the clarinet as a musical instrument is better than 250 years old, or just an even century and a half older than the United States as a nation. Rameau wrote for clarinet in 1751. Haydn tried it out and didn't care too much for it. And then a kid named Mozart came along and introduced it to the orchestra back in 1770. Then, for just about a century, the clarinet changed almost not at all. Then came jazz. The early American jazz musicians were, of course, ignorant dumbheads who only knew how to play some of the greatest music ever heard. They didn't know the iron-bound rules about the way you're supposed to play a clarinet. They didn't know, for instance, that you can't play a glissando on a clarinet, so they played glissandos all over the place and Patty by the door. They played subtones and semitones. They tampered with the tonic scale, and they ripped the Shalom register right up the back. Well, we've got a man here tonight who can do all of that and maybe just a little bit more. He's clarinetist Jimmy Hamilton of the Duke Ellington Band, and Esquire's jury of jazz experts say he's the new star clarinetist of 1946. Jimmy Hamilton. He hits it hard and holds it high in Honeysuckle Rose. The next time your son says to you, Pop, what is chamber music? Do not flub and fluster around and give the little fellow an evasive answer. Chamber music began a long time ago as works written for small groups for the very simple reason that back in those dead days there were no halls big enough to hold a big band. But the idea was good and it held on, and chamber music is still the best method of showing off the virtuosity of individual musicians, whether their hair be long or short. Well, no member of the King Cole Trio has ever yet tripped up anybody with his long tresses. The King Cole Trio has caused music lovers of infinite variety to sit quietly by and listen attentively to, and to pause and to ponder at the wonderful sounds three men can make together with a piano, a guitar, and a bass fiddle. In the 1946 All-American Jazz Ballot, Oscar Moore won the Gold Award as guitarist. We're going to hear him now with Johnny Miller on bass and King Cole on the piano, and you'll hear more about King later on. For now, the King Cole Trio in After You've Gone. The blues. The blues have now become pretty classically accepted as a rather rigid form, usually a 12-bar pattern, with notes that start out brave but somehow slide off and weep for mercy. But the blues' quality in music is perhaps best illustrated in song. The quality, mind you, not the form. Among all of this nation's girl singers, among all the many, many fine ones, Esquire magazine picked out Frances Wayne as the winner of the New Star Award. Frances Wayne, the Boston girl who sings with Woody Herman's band and who makes top-notch musicians sit up and ask each other how she does it. Listen now for a blues quality as Miss Wayne sings us a song which isn't a blues at all, or at least isn't supposed to be. Never could have been without the blues to begin with, of course, and it couldn't be without Frances Wayne now. Listen, please, to a thing called Happiness is a Thing Called Joe.
was gloomy and the tables bare. But when he kisses me, it's Christmas everywhere. Troubles fly away and life is good. Does he love me good? That's all I need to know. Because happiness is just a thing called joy.
Suppose you were to try to write a history of American jazz trumpet players. You could do worse than begin with a line that goes like this. To start it all off, there were Buddy Bolden and King Oliver and Louie and Bick. Of course, Louie is still going, and I may say going strong, but there were many trumpet players before Bolden and Oliver and Beiderbecke and Armstrong. There'll be many and greater to come after. That's the promise of American jazz, that it's always fresh. It's always changing. One of the greatest changes since the days of Beiderbecke is the vast increase in the average musician's knowledge of pure music, knowledge which hasn't really detracted from feeling. Many a hot man of today once hung his hat on the hall tree of the Juilliard, and the day is already on the way when a Sibelius will find himself in the same pew with a Slam Stewart. I guess the jazz experts of the 1946 All-American Jazz Poll had something like this in mind when they selected as new star trumpet the Woody Herman hot man, Pete Candoli. And it will be Candoli on the trumpet tearing off the climax of the new Herman head arrangement, Blowing Up a Storm.
Broadcasting Company is bringing you the Esquire Magazine 1946 All-American Jazz Concert, featuring individual award winners as soloists and as the best band of the year, Duke Ellington and his orchestra, the King Cole Trio, and the Woody Herman Band. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company. It's the American Broadcasting Company presenting Esquire Magazine's 1946 All-American Jazz Concert. And here with us again, our master of ceremonies, the distinguished star of Broadway and Hollywood, actor, writer, producer, and outstanding jazz enthusiast, Orson Welles.
However in the world you go about picking a best All-American Band of the Year? However can you say that one guitarist is better than another? That in all these United States, one girl rates as the finest singer of the year? The jazz experts who make up the Esquire jury realize that their choices do not always coincide with your own, or, for instance, mine. You might like a valve trombone, while, as a matter of honest fact, I take mine strictly tailgate, or vice versa. But these instrumentalists and these orchestras are picked because other fine musicians have done a lot of listening, and these fine musicians are prepared to say, this vocalist or this instrumentalist has done more for our own American music, for American jazz, if you like, than any other. Such a man is Duke Ellington and his band. It comes under the line with that definition, and here's a number with his band, featuring Taft Jordan and Lawrence Brown, Jimmy Hamilton, and Harry Carney, and it's called Jam-a-Ditty. In the long, long ago of legend, there lived in the South a fabulous colored man who did just about everything, and who did everything just a little bit better than anybody else. He was a giant in the earth, a man of many names. Sometimes he was called the Easy Rider. Sometimes he was called Sweet Man. But he was best as a musician and singer. And in music, as elsewhere, he took it slow and easy. Just a little bit offbeat, as only a great natural musician dares to be. And though we'll never meet that man of fable, sometimes we can still hear his music, even today, if we listen hard and if we're lucky. One man who can play it is the Duke Johnny Hodges, a man considered so great by his fellow musicians that he's won an award for alto saxophone for the third solid year in a row. A great natural musician, yes, but a man who knows all the technique and musical polish and stuff that they put in a book, and still won't let it stand this way. Here he is then, a virtuoso named Johnny Hodges, an instrument named the alto saxophone, a silver award arranger named Billy Strayhorn, and a Duke Ellington composition named Esquire Swank. A sense of humor is almost a trademark with the music makers of the Woody Herman Band. If you know how to listen for it, there's an instrumental bop in every head arrangement of the Herman herd. We have three of those gentries with us now on our concert stage. One is Red Norvo, winner of the Gold Award for miscellaneous instruments. Maestro Norvo's electric vibraphone, in this case being far from miscellaneous. And there's Ralph Burns, the pint-sized pianist who won this year's New Star Award for arrangers. And the third is Chubby Jackson, the far from pint-sized genius, who plays a five-string bass and who swept the field with a Gold Award for the king-size violin. Woody Herman backs them up now as the three of them get together, Norvo, Burns, and Jackson, and the work to be heard is an original called Jackson Fiddles While Ralph Burns. King Cole is a double winner in the year's All-American Jazz Poll as pianist and as male singer, and it's principally in this latter category that we present him now. King Cole with Oscar Moore and Johnny Miller in Sweet Lorraine.
Now I just found joy. I'm as happy as a baby boy, you know, with another brand new choo-choo. When I met my sweet Lorraine, Lorraine, Lorraine. A pair of eyes that are brighter than the summer skies. When you see them, you realize why I love my sweet Lorraine. Now when it's raining, I don't miss the sun, because it's in my baby's smile. And to think that I'm the lucky one that will lead her down the aisle. Each night I pray that no one will steal her heart away. I I can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine. Each night I pray that no one will steal her heart away. I can't wait until that lucky day when I marry sweet Lorraine.
There are many styles of playing the slip horn. It's been said that our next guest plays trombone like a big, rugged wrestler who writes poetry on the side. That's Bill Harris, 1946 All-American Jazz Poll winner, the top gold award as Trombonist of the Year. And it's still Bill Harris, switching now to valve trombone and the Woody Herman Band in Mean to Me. Up in Boston back in '39, a young girl looked over the top edge of her teens and listened wistfully to an old Duke Ellington record, the one with Ivy Anderson moaning in a medium bounce, "I'm checking out Goombye." And this young lady was Frances Wayne, today a Woody Herman star, who now walks across our concert stage and takes her place for tonight only in front of the Duke Ellington Band itself. For what do you think? I'm checking out. Goodbye.
I thought I'd call you. I hope you ain't sick, 'cause I'm checking out Mumbai. Nice to have known you. You were my baby, 'cause I'm checking out Mumbai. You played an old trick. You found a new chick, but I was too slick. I'm in the know you've got to go. The cake is all dough. It's too bad I've lived like this. Checking out Mumbai. You found a new trick, but I was too slick. I'm in the know, you've got to go. The cake is all dough. It's too bad I blessed had to miss out like this, 'cause I'm checking out somebody.
My pleasure now to introduce the man who, working with the editors of Esquire, is responsible for the annual All-American Jazz celebrations and for these annual concerts, which have come to stand out as the yearly highlight of the jazz world. Here is Esquire magazine's jazz expert, the musician and composer in his own right, Leonard Feather.
Thank you, Mr. Wells, and good evening, everyone. Well, it seems that when you reach the height of success in the jazz world, you are twice blessed, because our three leaders in tonight's concert each earned themselves 2 awards in this year's voting. Woody Herman, I'm happy to tell you that your band was given the Silver Award by our board of experts and was also voted the Band of the Year by a jury of famous musicians. So, Woody, here's your Esquire statuette, and with it go our best wishes for the continued success of your wonderful band. Nat Cole, you've really proved yourself a king. There's an Esquire here for you as our Gold Award pianist, and another one representing your Silver Award as male vocalist. Nat Cole. Now again this year, it's my pleasure to present 2 gold Esquires to a great musician, America's #1 arranger and leader of the Gold Award band, Duke Ellington. Finally, I have a surprise. I have an extra award in the nature of a surprise. Because he has found time between so many other interests to give his attention to jazz and to play his part in working for the advancement of this great American art, I'd like to present a gold Esquire with the sincere gratitude of Esquire and of jazz lovers everywhere to Orson Welles.
I don't deserve it, but God bless you. Now, where's my place? Tonight, in this concert, you've heard the Woody Herman and Duke Ellington bands with prize-winning soloists from each. And now, as a fitting climax, we're going to throw both bands together in a Sea Jam Blues.
Broadcasting Company has presented a concert by winners in Esquire's 1946 All-American Jazz Poll. Featured were Duke Ellington and his orchestra, Woody Herman and his orchestra, presented through the courtesy of Wild Goose Cream Oil, the King Cole Trio, and as master of ceremonies, the star of the forthcoming International Pictures film, Tomorrow is Forever, Orson Welles. Program notes were written by Welburn Kelly, and the director was George Weeks. We wish to thank the publishers of Coronet magazine for relinquishing the Coronet Front Page program in order that we could bring you this special All-American Jazz program. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.